Welcome back everyone to another tutorial on Tableau. This series of videos will help you take your skills from beginner to expert level in Tableau. Do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are the first one to know whenever I upload any new video. In today's session, we will see how to compare sales for the year selected by the user with the previous year sales in Tableau. Let me first show you the demo of what we will be doing today. Here we have a bar chart that compares sales for the year selected by the user with the previous year sales. These gray bars represent sales done in the year 2019 in case of different regions, and these blue lines represents sales done in the previous year, that is 2018. If the sales in 2019 was greater than 2018, then we will see green up arrow, and along with that we will see the amount by which the sales in 2019 was greater than that in the year 2018. If the sales in the year 2019 was less than that in the year 2018, then we will see red down arrow, and along with that we will see the amount by which the sales in 2019 was less than that in the year 2018. From the title, we can infer that this chart compares sales in 2019 with the sales in 2018. Gray color represents sales in the year 2019, and the blue color represents these lines that gives us sales in the year 2018. Now suppose we have to compare sales in 2021 with the previous year sales, that is 2020. Then you can click on this calendar button and you will see a parameter with the different years that we have in the dataset. Click on 2021. Now the chart compares sales in 2021 with the previous year sales, that is 2020. To hide this parameter, we can simply click on this cross button and the parameter will be hidden. Here I've used show hide functionality of Tableau to create a clean looking dashboard so that the parameter does not occupy any extra space on the dashboard. I have already created a detailed video on how to add this show hide button in Tableau. You will find the link of that video on the top right corner, and I have also added the link of that video in the description below. Now let's jump to Tableau and see how to create a view similar to this one. First, we will see how many years of data we have in the dataset. Drag order date to text. So we have data starting from 2018 till 2021. Now we will create a parameter and add all these years in that parameter. The parameter will help user to select the year and then compare the sales of the selected year with the previous year. The first year that we will give in the parameter will be 2019 and not 2018, because we have data starting from 2018, and when the user will select 2018 from the parameter, then we won't be able to see the previous year sales, that is sales done in the year 2017. So click on the drop down, click on create parameter. Let's name it select year. Select the data type as integer. Click on list. The first value that we will give is 2019. Then next will be 2020 and the last will be 2021. Let's remove these comma from the year. Now click on OK. Now using this parameter, we will create a new calculated field. Click on create calculated field. Let's name it selected year. This calculated field will give us the year selected by the user. Click on OK. Next, create a calculated field to get the previous year. Click on the drop down. Click on create calculated field. Let's name it previous year. The previous year will be selected year minus 1. This will return us the previous year. Click on OK. Next, create calculated fields to get the sales for the selected year and the previous year. Create a new calculated field. Click on the drop down. Click on create calculated field. Name it selected year sales. Write down here if year of order date equal to selected year, then sales. And here we are telling Tableau to return sales for those rows where the year of order date is equal to the year that is selected by the user using the parameter. Click on OK. Let's duplicate this field to create previous year sales. Click on duplicate. Now click on the drop down and click on edit. Name it previous year sales. And the formula will be if year of order date is equal to previous year, then sales. So here we are telling Tableau to return the sales for the rows where the year of order date is equal to the previous year, that is selected year minus 1. Click on OK. We need to compare sales of selected year with the previous year for different regions. So drag region to the column shelf and remove this year of order date field from text. Drag previous year sales to the row shelf. Also drag selected year sales next to the previous year sales in the row shelf. We will create a dual axis chart. Click on the drop down and click on dual axis. Under marks card, select the mark type as bar for the selected year sales field and select the mark type as Gantt for the previous year sales field. Now right click on the axis and click on synchronize axis. Here the blue bar is getting hidden behind this orange bar. So right click and click on move marks to back. Now the blue line is clearly visible on this orange bar. Change the fit to entire view. Let's decrease the size of these bars to create a good looking bar chart. So go to size, make sure selected year sales field is selected and decrease the size. Let's hide the axis, right click and uncheck show header. Let's hide this region field label, right click and click on hide field label for columns. Next, we need to show the difference in the sales between the 2 years as the label. Let me show you. Here I have shown the difference in the sales between the 2 years as the label, and we also want to see these type of up and down arrows to clearly tell the user for which region the sales in the selected year was more or less than the sales in the previous year. So in case of central region, the sales in the year 2021 was less than the sales in the year 2020 by $331. So we can see a down arrow and the sales label is coming in red color. In case of East region, the sales in the year 2021 was more than the sales in the year 2020 by 32,000, and we are seeing a green up arrow and the label also coming in green color. Go back to the dashboard. We will create few more calculated fields. First, we will create a calculated field to know the difference in sales. So click on the drop down, click on create calculated field, name it difference, and the formula will be sum of selected year sales minus sum of previous year sales. So this calculated field will give us the difference in sales between the selected year and the previous year. Click on OK. Now create another calculated field for the up and the down arrow. Click on the drop down, click on create calculated field, name it profit arrow. We want to see up arrow if the sales in the selected year is greater than the sales in the previous year. So write here if sum of selected year sales is greater than the sum of previous year sales, then we will place the up arrow within single quotes. So go to Google and search for alt code. Click on this first link. Now look for up arrow. Just click on this up arrow to copy. Now go back to the dashboard and paste the up arrow here within single quotes, and this calculated field will give us up arrow if the sum of sales in the selected year is greater than the sum of sales in the previous year. Click on OK. Now duplicate this field. Click on duplicate. Click on the drop down. Click on edit. Let's name it loss arrow. We want to see down arrow if the sum of sales in the selected year is less than the sum of sales in the previous year. Go back to Google and copy this down arrow and paste it here. So this calculated field will give us down arrow if the sum of sales in the selected year is less than the sum of sales in the previous year. Click on OK. Lastly, we want to see the difference in the sales with red when the sales in the selected year is less than the sales in the previous year, and we want to see the difference in green if the sales in the selected year is greater than the sales in the previous year. So create two separate calculated fields. Just duplicate this profit arrow field, click on the drop down, click on edit, Mm, let's name it gain, and here instead of up arrow we want the difference in sales. Click on OK. Now duplicate the loss arrow calculated field. Click on the drop down, click on edit. Let's name it loss, and here we want to see the difference in sales instead of down arrow. Click on OK. Now drag all the four calculated fields that we have created to label. Select this selected year sales field and drag all the four calculated fields to label. Let's edit the label. Click on this three dot. Keep all these four calculated fields in a single line. First we want to see the arrow and then the difference in the sales. So bring this profit arrow before gain and bring this loss arrow before the loss calculated field. We want to give red color to the loss arrow and the loss calculated field. So select these fields and select red color from here, and we want to give green color to the gain and the profit arrow calculated fields. Select the fields and select the green color. Let's select bold and also increase the size to 10. Click on OK. Let's change the format of these calculated fields to show the difference in terms of dollar. Right click, click on format, go to pane, and from here select currency custom, dollar as the prefix, and we don't want to show any decimal places. Right click on loss calculated field, click on format, make sure pane is selected, go to numbers, currency custom, we don't want to show any decimal places, prefix as dollar sign, click anywhere outside. Now you will see why we created separate calculated fields for profit and loss. If the sales in the selected year is greater than the sales in the previous year, we will see the difference in sales and the up arrow both in green color. But if the sales in the selected year is less than that in the previous year, then we will see a down arrow and the difference in sales both in red color. User can clearly tell by just looking the chart where the sales was more or less in the current year as compared to the previous year. Now let's edit the title. Close this format window. Drag previous year to detail. Change this to attribute. And now let's edit the title. Here we will write down sales within brackets. Insert the parameter versus previous year. Let's give orange color to this parameter and give blue color to this previous year. And Click on bold, click on OK. Let me show the parameter. So you will see that the selected year is 2019. So from the title we can see that the orange color, that is 2019, represents these orange colored bars, which gives us selected year sales, and the blue color gives us previous year sales, that is represented by these blue colored lines. Let's edit the format of this previous year attribute to remove this thousand separator. Right click and click on format. Go to pane, under numbers, select number custom. We don't want to show any decimal places, and untick include thousand separator. Click anywhere outside. Now let's select any other year from the parameter. Let me select 2020. So now the view compares sales in the year 2020 with the sales in the year 2019. So in case of all the regions, the sales in the year 2020 that is selected by the user is more than that in the year 2019, that is the previous year. So we are seeing the difference in sales and the up arrow both displayed in green color. Now let me select 2021. So both the chart and the title gets updated as we select any value from this parameter. Now lastly, let's edit the tooltip and remove all the unnecessary fields. Click on all, go to tooltip. Let's keep region, then the previous year sales, then let's add this previous year before the previous year sales. Uh, Selected, let's keep this selected year sales and remove all these profit arrow fields. Click on OK. Let's change the format of previous year sales and the selected year sales to show sales in terms of dollars. So right click on previous year sales, click on format, make sure pane is selected, go to numbers, currency custom. We don't want to show any decimal places. Prefix as dollar sign. Then edit the selected year sales. Right click, click on format. Under numbers, go to currency custom. We don't want to show any decimal places. And the prefix as dollar sign. Click anywhere outside. Now we can see the selected year sales and the previous year sales, both in terms of dollars. So in this way, we can compare the sales for the year selected by the user using this parameter with the previous year sales. So this was all that I had to cover in this session. I have added the link of this workbook in the description below. Thanks for watching this session. Do not forget to hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. See you in the next tutorial.